Music plays a role in all of our lives. Almost everyone hears at least one song every single day. But have you ever wondered, can I make my own music? Well, I'm here to tell you, yes you can. See, there's this thing called Logic Pro X. It's an app you can get on a Mac computer. In Logic Pro X, you're provided with all the tools you need to compose whatever kinds of songs you want in any genre, ranging from calm, relaxing music to intense and dramatic music. I'm here to teach you the basics of Logic Pro X so that you can jump in and start making whatever kinds of songs you like. So let's get started, shall we? Like any project, let's make sure we have all the proper supplies we need before we begin. You want to make sure you have a computer that you can access Logic Pro X on. That's probably the most important thing. The second most important thing, make sure you have Logic Pro X on a device. If not, download it from the App Store. Also, you might want some headphones depending on what kind of environment you are working in. If you're working in a quiet office, you'll definitely need some headphones. But if you're working at home, you can blare your music as loud as you want, just don't disturb your family members. Once we have all the supplies you need, we can jump right in. Now let's start with the software instrument track. One of the first things you'll notice is that a colorful little keyboard will pop up. You can play the notes on it using your keyboard. Let's start by checking out the settings we can adjust for the song. Up here in the dashboard, we can change the tempo, the key signature, or the time signature. The tempo determines the speed of the song in beats per minute. You can make your song really slow or really fast depending on what you set the tempo to. For example, let's just start the metronome. The tempo is currently 120, but I could turn it down and slow the song down like this, or I could just turn it all the way up. But for the time being, I'm just going to leave it at 120. Now let's start composing. Over here on the left-hand side, we have our library, which contains a multitude of several different instruments to choose from. You can select whichever instrument you want. So I'm going to go over here and choose a piano. Now, we can do one of two things. One, we can live record the instrument on our keyboard. Two, we can add the notes using our mouse and the piano roll. You can choose whichever option you prefer, but I'm going to demonstrate both of them, starting with option 1. Press record. To start recording, press the R button. Now it's recording and you can play your notes. And we're back. So you might be wondering, what on earth is this big rectangle thing? That's the music region we just created. We can do whatever we want with it. We can pull the ends around, we can delete it, although we don't want to. So after we record it, we can now edit the individual notes and fix some small errors and any imperfections. We can close the keyboard for now, so let's press Command K. Now let's press P. Upon pressing P, the piano roll will open up. And you'll be like, what is this strange, otherworldly dimension that I've never been to? These little bars are all the individual notes that we just created. Let me show you a really cool tool that we can use to fix several notes instantly. Over here, you can see we have something called Quantize. This is actually a cool tool that places all selected notes directly on the nearest quarter note, or 8th note, or 16th note, or triplet. So for me, all of these notes are 8th notes. So I'm just going to select them all and quantize them to your nearest 8th note. You may not notice the difference at first, but all of the notes have been snapped to the nearest 8th note. Okay, so that was option 1. So let me show you option 2. If we go over here, hold down Control and then click Create Empty MIDI Region. We'll create an empty MIDI region that we can add notes to in the piano roll. We can Command click in the piano roll to magically create a note. Now we can move it around and do whatever we want with it. With option 2, we can add notes and create a melody without having to actually perform. Once you feel like you're done with the music for the first track, you can actually create another track to add some more instruments. Let's double click below our first track, and voila! We have a second track, and now we can select another instrument. From here you can do option 1 or option 2, and repeat the process to add a second instrument to your music. There you have it. Today we've covered all the basics of Logic Pro X and how to make songs with it. But the things I've shown you in Logic Pro X aren't the only things you can do in Logic Pro X. Click around, try different settings and instruments, and get creative with your song. I hope you've enjoyed learning Logic Pro X with us today. Peace.